If you have watched my frequently asked questions about electrolysis video and you're still unsure about certain things, I have a feeling that this video will help you, because I'm going to show you some of the professional equipment just so you have a better idea about how electrolysis works. I might even do one hair on myself because I don't have a model. I'll do one hair on myself just to really show you how it's done and what to look out for. This is what the professional electrolysis machine looks like. Well, this is one type. There are so many different types. There's so many different machines. It varies from loads of different prices. But I'll show you certain things that they should all have in common. But yeah, it's a small little machine. It's nothing big and scary. One thing that they all should have in common is the pen that you put the needle in. I'll show you the needles as well in a second. And then another thing that they should have in common is something to turn the intensity of the current up and down. So this one has a little dial that you can adjust to make it stronger or weaker. This one has a button. That button is what I press to release the current. Some machines, they have a normal pen without the button. Instead of the button, they have a foot switch, which this one has as well. I can use a foot switch if I want to. So if you're getting your treatment done and you can see that she's using a foot pedal, it's because she's instead of holding the pen and pressing the button at the same time, some people feel more comfortable using their foot to release the current. But it all does the same thing. It's just whatever the beauty therapist in particular is comfortable with. So the beauty therapists buy their needles in boxes like this. They come in 50s, and I've been getting a lot of questions about if the needle is reused. No, of course there is a new needle used for each client. So they come in sterile little packets like this. It's used on one person and then it's thrown away. And it's thrown away correctly. They don't just throw it in a normal bin, because these are needles. Don't know if I needed to mention that. The needle is so thin and tiny, you can't even see it. It's as thin as a hair. Again, there are loads of different types of needles, so if you don't see this particular box, don't think that it's being done wrong. This is just one type. These are the gold ones in particular. They come in loads of different sizes as well. Some are thinner, some are thicker. I personally prefer gold. The salon I work at, they use gold as well, because there are a lot of people with certain allergies. Do you know what? I am going to show you how it's done, just so you have an idea of what to look for if your treatment is being done incorrectly. For example, I've been telling you guys in my last video that if you feel the hair pluck, it's not being done correctly. You should feel the current and then the hair should slide out. Let me just set my table up and then I'll show you. So I've set up, now I don't have anything on my skin and I'm just going to do one hair, but just to show you what to expect. The area should be cleansed, so there's nothing on the skin. I don't have anything on my skin anyway. Before I get started, I might as well show you what my chin area is looking like. A few of you have wanted an update, so I might just squeeze one in right now. So I haven't been able to get my treatment done because I've been in lockdown for over 3 months now, and that's when you can really tell if the treatment is working. So normally I get treatments done every 3 months-ish, and it's normally around a 10-minute session, which is amazing because when I first started out it was every 2 weeks and it was a half-an-hour session because that's how much hair I used to have. So a lot of hair has reduced. I've got around 11-12 hairs that are dark and visible to me, but when I look really closely I can see some finer, longer ones. I've got a bit of a tan and now I can see a lot more clearer. Not sure if you can see clearly, but if you look really close you should be able to see white dotted areas of pigmentation. That is the sort of pigmentation that you can get from electrolysis, and it's normally when it's done incorrectly. I personally am not bothered by it. I would rather have those tiny little white dots that you can barely see rather than have thick dark hair. I'm just going to show you one hair because I don't recommend that you do this on yourself. If you are uncomfortable with seeing needles going into skin, look away now. Hopefully it's all focus. Let me do this one hair here so the skin is stretched. This is why I don't recommend doing it on yourself, because I can't even see properly. I can't see what I'm doing. The needle is inserted into the hair follicle, the current is then released, and then the needle is taken out, and then tweezers are used to slide the hair out. Now look very carefully. Can you see that the hair is tugging? When this happens, it means that the hair wasn't treated properly. So that beauty therapist must go back into that hair to treat it properly. And then as you can see, the hair slid out really easily from the skin, and I didn't feel the hair pluck because it was done correctly. If you're getting electrolysis done and you can feel the hairs pluck, your treatment is not being done correctly. Find somebody else, because you're just wasting your time and your money. You're basically paying that person to tweeze the hairs out of your skin. You're not getting the permanent treatment that you've paid for. Now the reason I don't do electrolysis on myself is because when you get electrolysis done, the beauty therapist uses a magnifying lamp with a light to really see the hairs clearly, really close up. I used a magnifying mirror right now, but it is incredibly difficult to reach the hair, especially getting under here. It's impossible for me to do under here. I will scar myself, I might cause pigmentation, I might damage my skin. It's just not worth it. I'll rather get it done professionally and properly. If you're gonna do other areas of your body, then fair enough, but I don't understand beauty therapists who can do electrolysis without the magnifying lamp. Look out for that as well. Is the beauty therapist using a magnifying lamp with a light? Because if she can't see what she's doing, most likely she's gonna do it incorrectly and she's gonna damage your skin. Maybe it's just my eyes, my eyesight is quite bad. Once your treatment is finished and all of the hair is removed, or the majority of the hair is removed, they will apply something to soothe the skin. A lot of the time they use aloe vera gel. You're then not allowed to put anything on the area apart from aloe vera gel that you may have purchased from them, because a lot of the time they will recommend that you buy it to help with the healing process, or some sort of antiseptic cream. Apart from those two products, you're not allowed to put anything else on your skin. Avoid getting water on the area, because you just want to prevent the area from getting infected. You don't want any bacteria going into the hair follicles that were treated. So keep the area clean, no makeup, no creams, no nothing. They should give you your proper aftercare and remind you every time that you shouldn't put anything on your skin. For the longest time I thought I found the best person. Turns out I found someone even better. Now the difference was how my skin reacted after the treatment. So whenever I had it done before, my skin would always scab the next day, and it would take a week for those scabs to naturally fall off. If you had watched any of my other update videos, you would have seen how my skin used to scab. I thought that was completely normal because it happened with any other electrologist I went to. Even when I was studying electrolysis, I would scab. So I thought it was completely normal, had no idea. It's better if there isn't that much trauma done to the skin, because it's harder for it to heal, and you could scar, you could end up scarring, especially if you pick that scab off. Ever since I met my colleague who showed me this technique, I don't scab anymore. So that is what you need to look for. I'm sorry that I can't share where I work. Hope you understand, but it's just for privacy and safety reasons. Maybe one day I will be able to, but at the moment I'm not comfortable. But that is the reason why I'm going to share what you need to look for if you are getting this treatment done. There are so many people out there who provide electrolysis, so I'm sure that it's not just one person who's really good. Try out a few different electrologists and then keep track of how your skin is healing. Something else that I wanted to mention is if you live in the UK, you can go on electrolysis.co.uk, click on find a member, type in your details, and then you'll find someone who does electrolysis near you. This is the British Institute and Association of Electrolysis, BIAE for short. So beauty therapists who are a member here, they are more trusted, I would say, because they get assessed. One person asked if they can do electrolysis on themselves at home. As you can see, I struggled quite a lot. It's not worth damaging your skin and doing it at home. I would always recommend that you go to the salon and get it done professionally. That's all that I wanted to share today. I hope that this video was helpful. If you did find it helpful, let me know, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you want, and I'll see you next time. Bye.